I'm going to be talking about misrepresentation and what it means to be considered to have misrepresented with respect to your immigration application. Sometimes people don't recognize the significance of being very, very clear and transparent when they're doing their immigration applications. And when they're not transparent and direct, there's a possibility that immigration officials will view their application as a misrepresentation because they may have forgotten to include a child that they have from another country. They may have forgotten to reference all the family members that they have in their application, which is required, even if they're non-accompanying, or they may have put some dates in that are not actually accurate as to where they were in the country or in the world and where they lived. So it's very important, I tell my clients all the time, to ensure that there is no misrepresentation in their applications because the risk is significant. If immigration discovers that you have misrepresented, whether to your lawyer that you're working with, and then the lawyer goes ahead and misrepresents based on the information you provide, you could be barred from any immigration applications for 5 to 10 years. So it's really important not to lie, not to fudge the truth, and not to misrepresent in a way that immigration will come after you and will deny your application. We recently had a client who, unknowing to us, was found to be working while we were in the process of doing a permanent residence application, and immigration got a tip. And of course, we knew nothing about this because we told her not to be working as a visitor. And she was found by CBSA, and they accused her of working illegally. And then her permanent residence application was canceled and denied, and she is now at risk of a 5-year bar. It's very, very important to tell the truth. One of the files I worked on many years ago was a file that had come to me through the community, and she had worked with an immigration consultant. She was not very let's say, English oriented. She wasn't able to speak or read English very well, or she wasn't very literate. And the immigration consultant put some things in the application that she wasn't aware of that was not true. And even if you can't read it, you don't understand it, it's your obligation to make sure that you actually understand what has been submitted on your behalf. Because if you don't, you are the one that is going to have the impact. So it was the spousal sponsorship application from another country, obviously, and she was trying to bring her spouse. And because of the mistake or really misrepresentation made by the officer, her husband was barred from coming to Canada for 5 years. And so she was married to somebody and they were separated for 5 years as a result of the misrepresentation of the immigration consultant. So it's very important, as we always tell our clients, to review our applications thoroughly. We have our clients sign off that everything is accurate, the certificate of accuracy, that they are swearing it is true, because we do not want to misrepresent, because legal counsel can also be impacted by a misrepresentation to our license and to our reputations with immigration. So a lot of times when people come to me, sometimes they've already tried something on their own and they have misrepresented. And the advice I always give is we have to clean it up. We have to be clear and transparent, and we have to tell immigration that this must be fixed, and we have to correct it, and we have to deal with the impact of the misrepresentation in terms of how immigration will deal with it. You cannot continue lying over lying over lying. Misrepresentation is very serious. It's in the immigration regulations, and it is something that can lead to fines, to being barred, and even being possibly deported if they find out that you have been involved in misrepresentation or any kind of scam. If you've heard recently about some of the awful situations with some Indian foreign students who had no knowledge that the colleges or schools they had been accepted to didn't even exist. And now they're at risk of being deported and sent out of the country because the agent or immigration consultant they worked with was not credible and misrepresented to them. And now they are facing the consequences. I highly, highly recommend if you have any doubts at all about what to put in your application, if you're not working with us or a lawyer, somebody who knows that is licensed, please ensure at all times you tell the full and total truth. When they ask you the question, I always say immigration knows the answers. So please, please, please do not misrepresent. Tell the truth. Let immigration know everything so they can make informed decisions about whether or not, whether it's a DUI you had that you didn't reveal or some other kind of minor conviction or charge from 25 years ago. Tell the truth. Do not leave it off your application. If you'd like to learn more about the negative impact of misrepresentation or how to fix a misrepresentation that you have made, feel free to contact me at Ackah Business Immigration Law. We'd love to help you, and we're here to assist in any way we can to help you clean it up so you can move forward knowing that you can come to Canada. Look forward to helping. Take good care.